Alright guys, welcome to today's video. We've started off at the Airbnb with a little bit of maintenance in the driveway. So Matt Field's taking apart his LS. I've been playing with alignment stuff all morning, and I just took the car for a drive after swapping the fronts. 100% it's just the tires. I don't think it's a camber caster thing. I adjusted camber, got it dead even, checked everything I possibly could, got the toe right where it needs to be, and the car pulled to the right, swapped front tires, pulls to the left. So I think having that upper control arm loose the other day, if you guys remember in the other video, Mike, if you could insert a clip here, that would be tight. I think that just caused weird tire wear that now it kind of has like a weird flat area in the tire that pulls to that side. So the good news is I should just have another set of tires for the drive, and then all these issues wouldn't exist. But
oh, good morning. It's early and it's bright, but it's okay. I'm gonna start working on this thing a little bit. Honestly, everything's been going good. I'm just trying to stay ahead of the curve, and one thing that I didn't do when we were building this engine was change the rockers out. So since I was at Texas Speed, I figured I might as well get these roller rocker set and put them on. I just haven't quite found the time to do so in between all the drifting and the partying and the driving 700 miles. But today's the day, since we only have like a 6-hour drive to Tucson, so I'm gonna get to work. Shouldn't be too bad. Maybe like 25-30 minutes. Changing the rockers, not a big deal. Valve covers off. You can see the rockers here. Make sure that they're loose before you go and zap them with the impact. You see these ones, they're ready to go. Just on the side of the cam that it's not pushing the push rod up, but like these ones, they're tight. So these already come with the nice bearings installed in them. It's an OEM rocker, but with the proper bearings installed. That way I don't have to waste time doing the install myself. Literally just take off the stock one, put this bad boy on, zap the bolt down, and you're done. So this is the situation. As we were pulling them out, I actually noticed that some of these bolts were broken, the stock ones. You can see it snapped the bolt off and it got stuck in the head. So then I tried to drill it and use a easy out to remove it. That didn't work. So I said, oh, screw it, we'll just put it back in with the leftover threads that it's got. There was actually two like that. One side was good, one side didn't take. The bolt was wobbling. So what we did was drill it out and put a helicoil in it. But the broken bolt is still in there, but we have about, I don't know, a 1/4 inch of thread. So I think it'll be okay, but now it's time to put it back together, crank it over, and just make sure that bolt's not wobbling. We're done. She's back together. Just finishing up our sandwiches here, our coffee. We'll be on the way. It's about 6 hours to Tucson. Hopefully get some good sleep tonight. And drifting tomorrow. All right, let's roll.
Gas station. This is wild. We are absolutely in the middle of nowhere. I'm actually kind of excited to go inside. There's definitely not gas here. It's a good thing we don't need gas. There's a teepee, dog.
Remember on the highway when the sign said Dustin Miles? Just making sure it works.
Just about to roll out here from Sandia, and I have to make another PSA. All you assholes who are using self-tappers to hold your bodywork on, cut that shit out. I have to deal with it now. You can see the paint color. Only one person on this road trip with that color car, you know who you are. Now my front tire's fucked, and I don't have a patch kit. So yeah, rivets or die.
Fielding, how do you feel about this?
I feel like I've told the entire world to stop using self-tappers, and still there's offenders.
No, what's wrong with self-tappers? They're great. It's
No,
just when
they're
people
not.
leave them on the ground.
No, this came off of Wicknick's car
A
on
bolt
track.
would do that too?
No, a rivet will never do that. And if it
A
does...
bolt. The cars are made of bolts.
No, it's not. Not the same
Cars are made of bolts and screws.
thing. Rivets are the way to hold
Mark,
your body.
what are you
work.
doing?
Fixing your trailer?
Oh, keep going.
I've seen spoons in cars' wheels before.
Look at this.
the
Friends
most
helping friends.
Ridiculous shit. This is what's holding
Come
Wicknick's
on.
entire car together.
Come on.
And I'm so mad about it.
Pull it. Pull it.
Oh my god.
this
So
thing.
long.
Yeah, this is a ridiculously long self-tapper. Take your time now.
I'm good.
Do you have any glue on it or
Yep,
anything?
Glue's on it.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I forgot to ream it.
It's gonna be fine if it goes in. That's good. Woo, good job, good patch. All right.
All right, you got a razor blade?
Hopefully this is, no, you just drive on those. They
No,
come
I
off.
don't.
Yeah, just
Hell
drive on
no.
them.
Just a little cop convention right there in front of everybody. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Cruising down the highway. Going about, I don't know, 75 or so. It's not too bad, a little more comfortable today. Got a guy next to us here trying to flag me down. I think we're gonna race.
This is illegal.
This is totally illegal. But we're in Mexico, right?
Right.
Is this New Mexico?
I don't know, it doesn't
What's
matter.
the difference? Cruising on the highway here, the sun's setting. I keep reaching up for the visor to put down, but it doesn't exist. So instead, I'm just hiding in this semi's shadow right here, which is probably very unsafe because I'm in its blind spot. But look how bad this is. Can't see anything and I'm just getting baked. I'll be honest, I never would have expected to see this kind of beautiful setting while driving my 240. I hope the camera picks it up.
Today we basically had a 5.5 hour drive from Albuquerque to Arizona, where we're going to be at the next track. And it's almost to Tucson, but it's not quite, it's not Tucson yet, but it's before Tucson. So 5.5 hour drive is like 350 miles. And we only have about 60 miles left in like 50 minutes, I think, is kind of where we're at. So we're actually leading the pack right now. We're out front. We left before everybody else. I think Luke and Adam are actually pretty close behind us because they cruise pretty fast. We got an average of 15 miles a gallon. I've been driving basically this whole time, and now you get to the point where you're bored, so now you just want to eat. You just want to eat random stuff. So we're gonna have some chips. Literally, the car's been freaking killing it. So right now, the whole trip, we've done 36 hours and 50 minutes of like run time on the car. And that's driving at the tracks, driving in between. I don't even know how many miles it's been so far. We're trying to go take some cool pictures. And this area still has snow. And it's like just a neighborhood. It's kind of cool. So much snow. The road's kind of nasty. Oh no, we're gonna get stuck, Mark. Is this how we're gonna get in trouble? No. Oh my god, I've never driven. Oh, wait, it's closed?
Yeah, the park is.
Ah, well.
I think we're. No. Sorry, you might have to drive.
I can't reach the pedals.
Well, you have to drive or foot.
Oh man, this is not good. We done goof, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's straight ice.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's not do it right now. We goofed up. And that's what Mark did. He beached it into the ice. Mark's coming back to us now. We're awaiting the news and if he can find any help. By the way he's walking, it doesn't seem like it. So what we gonna do, bro?
Hope that maybe Dan hasn't left town yet.
I think they already left. We had some really nice random people just showed up with their truck and tried to help us come and get out. I think they're gonna hook a chain up to the car and gonna pull us out.
Fuck snow. Take me to Texas.
We're doing it. We're almost out? Is this it?
No.
No? Yay! We finally turned around. And they're coming down the mountain and not getting stuck.
See, it looked. There's no snow.
Yeah?
There's no nothing, and then it's just like ice.
That's within like 100 yards too. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Well,
My neck hurts.
that's fun.
Yeah. We need fuel.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a failed project.
Getting fuel real quick. Rohan's still at it with the editing, but unfortunately we accidentally dropped a SD card under the seat here, and this is a nightmare with all this junk all up in the car. So we used the GoPro to try and find it, jamming it under the seat, and we found it, but it's in the absolute worst spot ever. Pulling into a gas station here on our way to Arizona. My handbrake is seized up. Not that I've even been using it on the highway or anything, but I'm really worried that the rear rotors are now glowing. Oh yeah, let's check these rotors here. They're not glowing red. I'm gonna touch them even though I shouldn't. Oh, they feel okay. All right, so that's crisis averted. I guess it's just an e-brake I have to fix. No big deal, but we're gonna fill up with gas and see what kind of fuel economy I got. I hope it's like, I don't know, 18, maybe 20. That'd be pretty nice. Just finished filling up 9.2 gallons. So now I got to do the math because I don't have any sort of odometer or tachometer or speedometer. I guess I have a tach. It's late, I'm tired. Went 142 miles, 9.25 gallons. I'm gonna see what kind of economy I got. 15.34 miles per gallon. Very nice. So another thing that is just a stupid thing on this trip that I have to think about is I have all these rice lights you guys have seen on the headlights I've got, but I have a remote, and every time you turn the car off and on, they don't necessarily go back to where they are. So like driving down the highway like this is definitely gonna get me in trouble, so I gotta get out and change them. I've got 2 remote controls. I don't know what does what. Let's see. These are definitely cheap-ass Chinese, you know, crappy LEDs, so I'm gonna have to find a quality company to replace those with.
Sponsor time! I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors that made this entire trip possible. Instead of telling you how great their products are, I'm going to tell you how these sponsors all support the type of content you love to watch and support you as viewers. For example, BC Racing Coilovers has supported the growth of drifting over the past decade more than any other coilover company. They use their marketing money to promote and grow drifting as a whole, shaping the world of drifting and allowing the people within it to do amazing things. They have supported characters like Chelsea Denofa and made his journey across the past decade possible from grassroots to pro. And they supported Lone Star Drift and our creativity to shape, change, and create a drifting community in the way we envision it. And What Monsters Do and NK Wheels are another set of companies that have shaped car culture in the past and helped move it forward into the future. NK has built millions of wheels worldwide for everything from F1 race cars to passenger cars, and has helped build the drift community through investment in racing teams and media. What Monsters Do is a clothing brand that brings us not only cool car culture focused clothing, but they have invested heavily in the creation of YouTube content by supporting creators within the car community for years with their marketing budget. They help bring you content like our Japan trips, which are fun and unique, and I really thank them for that. And with Fitfo Culture, we are starting a relationship with a brand new partner. After hearing about the unique project Drift Week from one of our drivers, they asked how they could be a part of the project. They wanted to use their marketing budget to promote and build the drift community in a different and interesting way, and we thank them for that. So please go check out all of these companies out online, follow them on social media, and if they fill a need that you have for a product, please support them. Now, back to our video.
Morning, everybody. Hey. You ready to drive today?
God, I hope so.
I hope so too.
God, I hope so.
I hope so too. I was just
16, haven't driven yet.
I was just telling Dan he should just have gone home. You drove here, go home, dude. I'm just kidding. I would never want Dad to go home.
I like pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering. I know you are the man. But yeah, the hotel parking lot. Can you imagine how confused the guests were this morning when they woke up?
Like, what happened?
With their little trailers and their convertible cars? Are they stupid?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Well, good morning. We are headed to Indy Motorsports Ranch today. Really excited for this track. I watched some videos yesterday. It looks fun, looks technical, looks like there's a lot of different layouts, so I'm pumped for that. Car's been doing good. I'm gonna finish up my bagel, probably go get some stuff from Safeway, get some coffee, roll out to the track. Oh, the morning routine of trying to pack this up. Yeah, you think? No way, dude. You gotta bring your backpack in the front with you.
No.
It's kidding right there. Look, you cheese. Right there. There you go. Come on now. Oh, and the helmet. The helmet's not going to work like that. You know this. How many days have we been doing this, dude? Come on.
It's a different pattern every day. We are back at the car wash. Remember when I said I had an addiction to car wash? Remember? So I may or not have did a little donut at the car wash last night, and it's covered in mud because people wash their trucks here. And I flung mud everywhere, and it's bothering me, and I can't sleep at night, and I need to wash it off.
We're here with Lone Star Drift. All right.
Hey, watch this. Watch his pilot bearing. Go. Go. It's his pilot bag for sure. This track looks sick. Look how stoked it is, all lined. All lined with trees.
Today we are at Indy Motorsports Ranch, which is in Arizona. Beautiful facility. We are out in the middle of the desert with this gorgeous backdrop and an unbelievably nice track. This is super cool and really nice experience for us because I don't think any drifters have ever been here before. We are the very first in the world, so that's really, really cool. You know, they're having a track day today, so there's a bunch of Porsches and stuff on track. We're out here playing on the skid pad this morning, just getting everything dialed in, shaking down, and then we're gonna hit the track here in a little bit. We're gonna work on some challenges and some other fun stuff, and I've gotta work on my car a little bit. I bent the rod for the handbrake at Sandia yesterday, so I got work to do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm knocking that out as quickly as I can. Alyssa's here helping. Look at all this junk. This is all the stuff that's in the back of my 240. Actually, it's not even all of it. There's still more tools and stuff back there. So you can imagine how stuffed and how rattly this thing is. Every time we come to a track day, I have to unload everything. And then when we go back to the hotel, I have to load back everything. And then when we go into the hotel, I have to unload half the stuff to go upstairs. Nightmare, don't recommend it. If I had a trunk, this would be much easier, but I don't. All right, let's get this thing fixed and hit the track.
This place is absolutely beautiful. Hello YouTube, welcome to track 3, day 5. Brandon, how much effort has this whole trip been for you? It's been enjoyable.
It has
been that
absolutely.
bad.
I was expecting a lot more failures, but we haven't had them. So for us, it's been good. You know as well as I do, some people have had some problems.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we haven't.
I know, it's amazing. No, you did have problems. You've had some problems.
Minimal problems compared to what I'm used to.
Minimal. I saw you bleeding your brakes on the side of the road. You've had to change.
We had to change the fuel pump.
Yeah, and you had to tune the car. You had to change injectors. So it's not nothing, but you're a good mechanic. Absolutely.
The fucking 350 checked up? Yeah. Checked up, I nearly hit him. I had nowhere to go, bro. Don't come at that with me, dude. It's not FD, it's not none of that shit. Don't fucking dare do that shit to me.
Is the door open?
Yeah, it opens. It could be worse. It's like, at least it's isolated the door. Unfortunately, I think I was the first casualty of Drift Week. Did you get that on video? Yeah. Yeah, so one of the problems is on a skid pad like this, there's no real layout, so no one really knew where they were going. Some people are on scrubs, some people are on grippy tires. Rolling 8 deep is a bad recipe. I was real nervous because I hit Matt, and his Corvette is very expensive and very easy to total. Luckily, I just hit his wheel, but it did kind of do a number in my door. The damage is kind of isolated to the door, which is good, but it sucks because finding another door is like next to impossible. So it's probably going to be expensive to get another door, but I'm going to do my best to pop it out in the meantime. So apparently tonight we might be going to a shop that has the ability to cut us out a Lexan window, and luckily the tint actually held this window together somewhat. So I'm going to put some duct tape on the rest of it to try to hold it together. Not so much bummed about the car like being damaged as much as the fact that now we have to drive without a window. So it'd be really nice if we can get that sealed just for leaving the car overnight at hotels, for theft stuff, and obviously heat, rain, all that stuff.
Big fan. He saw hyperdrive, and then when he saw me show up in this car, how hyped were you?
I was hyped.
Heck yeah. So he's actually the owner's son here at Indy Motorsport Ranch, and he wants to take a ride more than anything. So I promised him he would get a ride. So we're going out first before anything breaks. We're gonna go have a good time. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Is this your favorite car?
Yeah.
Nice. It's my favorite too. What do you think? Woo, look at him.
You have fun?
So this is called Go to Woe. It's a very common thing in Australia, a lot of like burnout events for guys with cars that can't turn corners and generally aren't very good at stopping. So the idea is they can start really fast and drag race. They might win the drag race part, but they got to stop on a dime, which is, in this case, the end of the track. If you go too far, you're visiting cactuses. If you don't go far enough, you suck. So basically, start to finish, we can line up every single car across here. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited. Say it again. How do I say it?
Go to woe.
Go to woe.
Go to woe?
Yeah, like whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh. They have to explain everything. Give us 3 good things. What does shibby mean?
She'll be right.
Okay.
Do you understand she'll be right?
What's Macca's?
Macca's? McDonald's.
Okay. What's something else?
Chicken parm. What's chicken parm?
How do you say spaghetti? Spaghetti. Oh. What do you call a beautiful woman?
Sheila. Good looking Sheila.
What has been the hardest part of this whole trip for you?
Stopping all the time to change nappies.
All right. Australian word again as diaper?
Diaper, yes.
Okay, what is nappies?
I don't
like
know.
A napkin? Like a butt napkin?
It's a diaper.
Okay, nappy.
Yeah, we just call them nappies for some reason. I don't
What's
know.
the best part of the trip?
Doing dirt burnouts on the way here.
Yeah?
Dirt drifting.
You could do that anywhere. You could just like pull off in Australia and do that on the side of the road. It'd be a lot cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's still fun though. We got to do it around a teepee. We don't have any teepees in Australia. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about American drifting versus Australian drifting?
Nothing.
This job is turning out to be a little more difficult than I expected. So the smaller the hands, the better. So thankfully Alyssa's here to help. You getting it done?
I'm trying. Oh God, now I can't see. Ow, babe, I literally just had it.
I'm just trying to film you and mess you up. You almost there? You getting it?
No, these ones suck.
Yeah.
Sorry, whoever's
Sucky tools
there.
suck. All right, let me give it a go. New one going on. You can see this one's not bent. I'm hurrying because we got a challenge coming up, and I might make sure I do this one because I think I can maybe win this one. Okay, we're in. Now the boot.
All right, we're gonna do the go to woe now.
I hear Fielding yelling at his car. I think something broke. He's not happy.
Unfortunately, I just broke my goddamn car. I'm so pissed off. I don't get to do this. They're doing the go to woe now. I think the diff or the axle. Damn it, that looks fun. God, I can't believe I broke it. Drift car life. Broken diff. XL and I are changing it now. Yep. It sucks. I hate changing parts at the track especially.
I hate cars.
I hate cars so much.
So, young people, you have to forget about motorsport.
No, we have to encourage them to get into motorsport.
No,
No?
don't do that. Motorsport is shit.
Yeah.
You lose money, you lose time. Would be better to be next to the beach and fuck beautiful girls. You know?
Yeah, that definitely doesn't happen
While
in
we drink a
motorsport.
margarita. Yeah, this is way better than motorsport.
There we go, clear the sway bar. Okay, now forward. Forward. Yep. Now the axles have to come out. Oh shit.
How can we hold it?
I think we just let it fall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yep. All good.
Oh, dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. Pull the jack out.
What's the hardest part of this trip for you?
Everything. Oh my God. Literally everything. This is my first time drifting in 2 different racetracks.
Yeah.
All across the country.
Well, be specific real quick.
And I didn't even make it. Day 1, flip trailer. Day 2, repair trailer. Meet up with everybody for like 5 minutes. Repair trailer again. Drive to Albuquerque. Sleep for once. First time in like 48 hours. Get to my home track with all these radical dudes that I'm probably not going to have at my home track again. Parade lap, blow my motor. Parade lap, blow motor. Spend most of the day ferrying things back and forth to my house. Don't even get to see any.
How close
cool
did you come
stuff.
to die? Dying?
About 4 feet close.
Really? So it was bad. Like, we're not exaggerating. You almost died.
Yeah, taking June with me, flew him in from Japan, and then tried to kill him immediately.
All right, Adam, what's the worst part of the trip so far?
A broken window.
That's gonna be hard to repair.
Yeah, but I got a mold. Did you see it?
A mold?
Like, the window is still intact from the tint, so we can trace it with Lexan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to a machine shop tonight. Maybe they can do something for you.
Sick.
That would be pretty crazy if they could design you a window. That would actually be good. No, Lexan.
Alloy.
Alloy? Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Alloy. Alloy is just any 2 metals that are combined here.
Yeah, but alloy's alloy. You know what it is. It's a light shit.
That's not what an alloy is. What's the best part of the trip?
Glass.
Like, your car's been really reliable.
Yeah, I don't know. Just getting to drive like different tracks with like fun drivers.
Yeah,
it's fun.
That's what I'm enjoying too.
Yeah.
I wish I had brought a more sorted car, but I mean, I knew that in advance. All right, what's your worst thing, Brandon?
Haven't had a lot of problems. Minor problems.
Minor problems?
Minor problems.
Minor problems?
I say that, but something bad's gonna happen today.
How good is the car? Is
the
car really
pretty good? It's a little bit low on power, but it's fine. It's fine.
I don't mind low on power. I mind like the car
complain,
not
but
working.
then Luke's over there with the stock Z. You know, some of these guys have low power. So.
Yeah.
So you got a turbo on there.
Yeah. He only has 500 horsepower. It's low power for him.
I'd be so upset if I had 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Just be the end of the world for me.
You would break the car immediately if you had any more horsepower.
If it was built in America, yeah.
Matt, what's the worst part of the trip? People keep hitting you?
Yeah, or
No,
screwing
wait.
up.
No one has hit him yet.
No, they screw up in front of me and I hit them.
Right.
Yeah.
So why don't you not hit him?
I'm trying my hardest, man. Trying my hardest. Yeah, you hit me actually.
I contained it all to the wheel on my door.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yep.
What's the worst part of the trip? Like, has your car been reliable? Has it been miserable to sit in?
The bucket seat's a little hunchy, and maybe it's a little bit noisy at 130, but other than that, it's been okay.
First world problems. Yeah, first world
Other than
problems.
that,
Why didn't you bring a C7 vet or something newer?
I don't have a C7 vet. I have a C6 vet.
Do you have a C8 yet?
No.
How close?
No.
Is it close?
No, I wouldn't say it's close.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all. But I'm trying.
You're trying.
Yeah.
Trevor, what's the worst thing, Trevor?
So my diff makes noise and I have to go slow.
How slow?
Like 83.
That trailer, what's the trailer rated at?
No, I put bigger tires on it,
Yeah.
and the bearings don't get hot and the tires don't get hot, so it's good.
He's one of the crazy people. He built his car in what, 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah. Well, it was basically like a month total, but there was like Christmas and New Year's in there too, so.
Were you confident that that was gonna work?
Not really.
Yeah, I showed up and I saw the car and I was like, ooh, I don't wonder if that's gonna drift. Like, there's a lot of problems, but it looks really solid.
Yeah, it feels really good. I'm getting a lot more confident in it. The steering's a little bit different to get used to, but
yeah,
it's nice. It's really big and heavy.
I don't see you spinning out a lot though.
No.
Which is what I did immediately when I got a Mustang.
Yeah, I haven't spun out today yet. I did a couple times at Harris Hill and then at Sandia, like once or twice.
Yeah.
But
Rudy, tell us what the worst part of the trip was so far. Was it the cold? Was it having no top?
My stuff getting stolen.
What got stolen?
Oh, yesterday at the Airbnb we lost all of our dress-up stuff, our camera gear, all of our GoPro gear except for the GoPro.
But we have our footage.
We have our footage still, so that's there. What else do we lose? Oh, tons of stuff.
Replaceable stuff though. No one's harmed.
Nope. Yeah.
Everybody's still alive.
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Hell yeah.
Good.
Be careful with that. Yeah. Put your other hand up and hold your roof thing. I saw that coming. Hey, Adam, use your right foot to hold you.
Yeah, that's very dangerous in this side.
When you're doing it, use your right foot on your side skirt to help yourself.
I don't really got much.
Oh, it's a bit shit. His side skirt's a bit shit.
Don't do that.
done. I never knew how to do it with a manual car because I could never figure out how to start driving and then get out. But the trick is to start it in gear.
Yeah.
We'll blame the fact that I do have like a 1/4 inch toe in right now. So I am trying this on like the hardest possible line and stuff. It's fun though.
We're hiking up the mountain. This is not something I do. Aaron loves this though. He's snacking while he's walking.
I wanted to show you from a special vantage point real quick what this looks like. We're doing a drag race. It is really, really long. This is a straight on a runway. It's 60 feet wide. And if it's this big, like looking from up here, it's gonna be enormous from down there. We're gonna run 5 to 6 cars wide, the whole length, and they have to stop at the end, which is gonna be sketchy. But we're gonna find out what's the fastest car we brought here. We are so lucky, Sai. Can you believe that I keep like dreaming up stupid ideas like this and executing them, and we're just like sitting in the desert of Arizona filming?
Yeah.
Isn't drifting getting weird? Sai and I talk about this a lot. Like a year or two, I guess he's been to Japan with me twice. You know, he's been all over the country with me. He's been doing he's probably done 100 drift events with us. We're on this crazy road trip right now. Look at that, can you get a picture? Oh, it's so cool, it's up against the blue sky. He's coming at us. We're ADD.
We're like really high up too.
Yeah.
Wow, he's pretty level with us.
Yeah. This place is special because it has a runway that's 60 feet wide that we can probably do it about 150, 160 before braking, depending on your car. Your car's not going to do that probably.
Yeah, look,
but maybe
you
Fielding's car.
had to get one challenge that I couldn't win. So.
Fielding's. Have you won any challenge yet?
Just parking.
Okay, parking. Yeah. So we have.
Any of the speed ones are got no chance.
Yeah. So we're hoping that some of the cars are going to get up to really fast speed. But this is our one chance to see how fast you can take a drift car. I'm pretty sure if somebody has fiberglass arrow, it's going to fly off. I'm sure as a drifter that someone's going to lose
a lot of people here.
Immediately Dan's like, yes.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
So we're going to need to make sure everybody's seatbelts are really tight, all the arrow is completely strapped on, and everyone's lug nuts are completely tight. Who's going to win?
My car doesn't have a speed limit, so that's good.
Trevor. Or Trevor.
I think Matt's going to win.
He's already
he
got
has the gearing. How many
This thing's a 200-mile-an-hour machine.
He's already been pulled over at 135. Most of us are gonna get to there.
Yeah.
All right.
We're cruising too.
I think everybody should take bets, but I'm pretty sure we already know who's going to win. But the fastest entry was not Matt, it was actually Fielding.
Hell yeah.
Fielding's car will definitely fall apart in the top speed.
Yeah. But
the panels are just going to start.
Yeah. I'll go
Will you go
until I lose
faster
the
with
hood.
less panels?
Maybe.
Good job. Yell it louder that way.
A little bit of bad news. It sounds like it's misfiring. It's in third gear with just such a high load, just like you can almost feel it. I don't know if it was like spark blowout or like if the fuel slosh and it was going lean or something like that. It was just really hard to tell because I wasn't able to see the actual air fuels. Revved it up a couple times after that. It felt smooth. We pulled it back in, and it was just like you hear now. I don't know if you can hear that. like it's not like puffing smoke like if it popped a ringland or something. So maybe
guys, no blow by.
Yeah, it doesn't have any blow by or anything like that. So maybe it's just like a coil pack, or maybe a spark plug thing came loose, or maybe the plugs are kind of dirty or something. But I'm gonna pull the coil cover off and then see what it looks like under there, and look at all those plugs and stuff and go from there. All right, so I think we figured out the issue. I think it's too much boost on pump gas, I think is what it is. So I think we caught it in time though. Maybe hopefully if we put this thing back in there and it should run smooth, and we should.
The rest are.
Yeah, the rest are all good. That's the last one, which is number 7. Maybe I could go into the ECU Master and put some, or number 6. Maybe I could go add like 10% more fuel to like number 6, just so it has a little bit more, you know? Just because maybe that one's getting the least amount of boost, but or maybe it's getting the most amount of boost, something like that. All right, so just putting everything back together. I hope that is all that was, and then we got lucky and just burnt the spark plug. We've had some really crappy gas on this trip too. Like at one point there was 86, that was the only thing available to pump, and then we filled up twice with 90 pump gas, like 90 octane, and I think we're closer to sea level. I don't know what the elevation here is, and what is it?
I mean, we're in the mountains a little bit, but I think we're not.
So I'm kind of sketched out. Yeah. I'm gonna be super freaking bummed, but doesn't sound nice. I'm pretty sure I plugged everything back in. So we replaced the spark plug and started up. It didn't want to start up. Maybe I think it was flooded because I cranked it a couple times. So I think it was actually flooded, but.
Still kind of like.
Oh yeah, it's still's got a mist to it. I mean, unless like an injector got dirty or something, but I want a compression tester. Hey, do you have a compression tester?
That's not a good thing to ask.
No, it's not. But if anybody has one, ouch.
That's not ideal. Zero.
None. Unless you didn't tighten it all the way.
Did our first couple laps out here at Indy Motorsports Park. The track is sick, and we're only using like a really small section of it, but coming up over the hill here, did a backy, messed up on one, but overall the track's fun. It's a lot to link. You got to stretch it, and honestly, I could use some more power. Can't believe I'm saying that, but I could use some more power.
This track is sick, super sick. We just put a power steering pump on it, Seth and I did, right before this session. Literally went like 1.5 laps and the power steering failed again. I'm getting super frustrated with the power steering because I had this all last year with the other engine. Like we got almost a whole different setup and it's still having problems. I don't know why. It's really, 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 really frustrating. We do have the electric pump that we could use, but I mean, look, we're here right now. We're here today. It's the middle of the day. We don't have time to mess with this. I just want to shred this track. I had a lot of problems without power steering. I was trying so hard to like link the track and it would just rip the wheel out of my hands at certain points. And I've driven this enough, this car, without power steering to know that I can't really do it. I mean, I'm gonna try, but I can't. But on top of all that crap, I think we lost an intercooler coupler or something happened because our boost is way down right now. We're back down to 5 pounds of boost. So worst case scenario, we'll pull the wastegate off and put a spring in there because I don't know if the boost controller's not working or if we lost a coupler or if the injector things are leaking. What'd you find?
Turbine manifold. Need new exhaust leak.
You think so? That's easy to fix.
Sounds like it.
Rev it up a little. So we might be spending the rest of the day working on the car because this is so much fun.
I still have tears. I was literally crying coming up the hill.
This track is so much fun.
I'm actually crying right now. I'm so happy.
One of my videos I said Dan needs a hug.
Oh my, I need all the hugs. God damn it, I drooled on you a little bit.
Your car's so sick.
Oh my god.
Your car's so sick. I'm gonna insert that footage right here. So sick. How was it, June? Finally driving!
Yes! Yes!
What'd you think?
Oh my god. It's good.
This track is sick.
It's good, for sure.
Yeah.
Could use some more power though.
Yeah. You?
We're headed back out. What time is it? Like 4 o'clock? Something like that? 4 o'clock, so we got probably another session or 2. Ooh. This track is sick.
Try this again. Take 2. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I hope my car's ready. Fixed the handbrake, working good. The diff is close to fixed. We had that one bolt not work at all. It completely seized up. So I have 3 out of 4, which, you know, close enough. All right, let's do it. Big crest here. Ooh, a sharp left. That's where I'm gonna go off if I go off.
suspension arm too. Wow. What are you doing? So much fun. What? Are you going out or are you going in?
No, I'm out of tire. I'm going in. I gotta start cleaning up.
Yeah, same. Again, it broke on the weld.
Oh, did it? I can see.
Yeah, I've got extras of those. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you can't see it. No! Oh my gosh!
Dude, we were riding that shit for days.
I should deal with this the rest of the trip. No!
It's like a beauty mark, like a mole.
Look at that.
Don't touch it. What are you thinking?
That's like a 3rd-degree burn.
That was obvious.
Ow!
Sorry.
I wanted to see what it looked like. I'm gonna touch it again now. Look, we got. Today was pretty sick. It's one of those days that's very emotional because like we had super highs, or super lows and super highs, tons of fun, and then we had to work thinking we weren't gonna make it to the end of the event, and then we came back around to get the power steering pump to work, the turbo and everything, just to break the suspension arm. But it's at the end of the day. We got light outside. I got arms. That's not gonna be a big deal. It's just a super emotional day. This is what's so much fun about this. We got a day off tomorrow, I believe. Yes. Yeah. This is so rad. I love this stuff. So we decided to head towards Tucson and basically try to figure out what is wrong with my car tonight. But we're not actually the only ones who had issues. We got Mesker. Mesker, what'd you do?
I hit Luke going way too fast.
Yeah. We got the PVM expert over here.
Yeah.
Gonna fix the PVM, yeah?
Yeah, we'll get her fixed.
So Mesker's car is on the lift because I guess he hit Luke. Otherwise, he would have been probably the only one to not have any issues today.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have been an idiot, I wouldn't have broke. But your boy got a little too excited, and yeah.
You did it. You done goofed, but at least Matt's working on it.
Exactly. We're gonna get it enough to where I can limp it to California and then pick up new PBM arms.
You could probably even have them like overnight. Well,
Yeah.
it's Sunday tomorrow,
Yeah.
so that's the bad
Exactly.
thing. So we're gonna hop on the road and head towards the next shop, and then I guess go from there.
Then I started making him. No, that's a redo.
Right,
Get your ass back in the lead.
I'm like, if I don't get your clean lead, I gotta do it again.
No, that was a good session. That's what we've been waiting for.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you, Indy Motorsport Ranch, from the very bottom of this group of degenerates hearts. We love this track. We love this skid pad. We hope to come back in the very near future, especially me since I'm only 6 hours away. But guys,
thank you.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Thank you.
Come on, this was the best road course I think we've done so far.
Yeah.
Was it not?
Hands
This
down.
track was absolutely fantastic. It had amazing elevation changes. It was so good. I cannot wait to come back here. Yeah, they were like they were up.
You should see
Oh, thank you, Indy Motorsports, and all of the people here and everything. It's been awesome. Best track so far.
Yes. Most definitely.
Yeah, he stopped in his tracks.
I fucking ripped the handbrake on that one, dude.
Amazing track, amazing facility. The car was slightly underpowered to have a blast on the road track. I could obviously link it, but to be able to like move around in tandem and stuff, like maybe another 30, 40 wheel. Honestly, if I just put like a Power FC on it and like leaned it out a little bit, raise the rev limit, would probably be good. But tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing. I know we're driving deeper into Arizona, I think. I'm not sure. Me and Mike, okay, Mike's confirming. I haven't looked at the itinerary once, I just kind of go with the flow. I think tonight I'm gonna try to make a Lexan window so Mike doesn't freeze. So I guess we'll pick up there.
Continue.
Super solid day. I am absolutely exhausted. Turned so many laps. Car held together again flawlessly. Mesker's car though, we had to do a little arm fix, but look at this thing now. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, it's perfect. It does look pretty damn good. I smacked that thing back into place. I welded it up. We aligned it, and it should be good to go. I mean, that's pretty impressive from Part Shop Max, considering that like after that hard of a hit, and that was a Z into a G, so you know that was like earthquake status. But we're gonna roll out. We have about a 2-hour drive to the Airbnb, get some food on the way, and then tomorrow's gonna be car prep time because these things I've seen a lot, and we have like 3 days in a row, back to back of drifting, so need some prep. Thank you guys. See you later.
Have a good one.
Let's roll, Tino.
Let's go. All right, guys. So we made it to a shop here in Tucson. A kind of a drift guy that we just met because of this whole Drift Week thing. Basically, he has a shop here. It's called Fine Art. They kind of play with cars on the side. They have some CNC machines, do a bunch of stuff like that to kind of pay the bills. A lot of that stuff is over there. But they kind of opened their doors to us, and we've had basically it's been an ongoing conversation throughout this whole trip. Basically with him in kind of the group chat, he's been helping set up tracks, basically letting us ship stuff to his shop. So we shipped a bunch of tires and stuff here. They got this really sick SR powered E30 over here, E30 convertible. This guy's gonna be hanging out with us on Monday. That thing makes like 480 horse on pump gas, which is crazy. But we have the JZ Mustang in here. We're gonna go ahead. We're letting it try to cool off a little bit because we did drive it here. It was about an hour. Seemed like it was doing all right. Obviously running on 5 cylinders, but we can't really get like any parts ordered or ask for help from anybody until we actually diagnose this thing. So that's gonna be the major thing. We want to get it apart and see. I cross my fingers it's exhaust valves and we're able to just kind of get some going. But yeah, I guess let's get this thing apart. So we just did an actual leak down test with it, basically using using this thing, and we even double checked because I've never actually used one of these things before. I've done the cheap way, which is just blasting it open and listening to where it works or where it blows out of. But we basically put 100 psi in cylinder number 5, and it went to about 20% leak down. Whereas when we did it right here to this, or when we put it on the back one, it was like 100%, right?
Yeah.
It was basically at 100% leak down. It was just all blowing out the tailpipe. And so that should for sure hopefully be our problem. So I guess there's nothing really to do now other than take off the freaking head and see if we can find some exhaust valves. They have a bore scope, so I guess we'll give this a little check. I don't think we'll be able to see but you can actually see some stuff in there, or you can see the piston.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Well, I'm just trying to see if there's any like a broken ringland or something. Kind of looks like that side of the piston's mad, but I don't know how long we've been here, probably 3 hours. So we got the head off of this thing. There's a little bit of nicking on the back piston over here. You can see basically where the spark plug electrode or something went off, but we got the head right here. And look at that bad boy right there. I've never seen that before. And I guess that's what it means when you burn a valve. So we technically need one exhaust valve, the head, just a little bit of gouging right there, but I don't think it's terrible.
I don't think it'll be enough.
And maybe just clean up the valve seats, like just Scotch-Brite that. Maybe run some like valve lapping compound in it. And then
The rest looks great though.
everything else looks okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna rotate the engine around real quick and see if we have any scoring in the cylinder wall. But the bad thing is right now it is Saturday night at like 10 o'clock, and there's no parts stores open. It's Sunday tomorrow. They typically don't get any deliveries. So if we're gonna put this thing back together, it's literally gonna have to be like somebody has 2J parts sitting in their garage. Or we might be able to like rob one. Like worst case scenario, reuse the head gasket, reuse the head bolts, and just a stock valve out of something, just to get us going. But I would like to have, worst case scenario, stock valve, but like ARPs and like a new gasket. But I guess we need to rotate it real quick. We got, the ground is all slippery. But check this out. So there's very, 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 very minor scoring in there. Like not even like really to be concerned about, just because you can't feel anything with your fingernail at all. So I think worst case scenario, well, I already said, stock valve, reuse the head gasket and head studs, get us on the road. Other than that, I feel like we kind of got lucky.